Hello students. So the topic for today's discussion is t-test. As we have already discussed that due to time, money and other constraints, sometimes a researcher may have to take small sample size which is less than 30, that is n is less than 30. In case of a small sample size, Z is not the appropriate test statistics. When a researcher draws a small random sample to estimate the population mean, when the population standard deviation is not known and the population is normally distributed, then we apply t-test. The t-test can also be applied to estimate the population mean when population standard deviation is unknown using large sample irrespective of the shape of the population. So these are the assumptions of t-test. We assume that the population for which the sample is from which the sample is drawn is normally distributed. So in short, there are three major assumptions for applying t-test. Number one is the population should be normally distributed. Number two, the standard deviation is unknown. Number three, the sample size is less than 30. Some other assumptions are the sample should be random sample and the observations are independent of each other. There should not be any relationship between the observation. And lastly, there is no measurement error. For applying t-test, we find out the value of t statistic and compare it with the table value, or I should say in the technical language that the t observed value we compare it with the t critical value and come out on a statistical conclusion. The decision rule is fixed by the last point, as it says if calculated or observed t value is either equal to or exceeds the table value, we infer that the difference is significant. But if calculated value of t is less than the concerning t value, the difference is not treated as significant. Now, what is degree of freedom? The formula for degree of freedom for t-test is n minus 1, where n is the sample size. Now see this example. It has a data set which is equal to 10, 20, 30 and 40. First of all, we need to calculate the mean which is equal to 25. And now by putting the value in the degree of freedom formula n minus 1, here n is 4 because we have 4 values in the data set. So 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So 3 is your degree of freedom. What degree of freedom says is 3 values in this data set can vary while keeping the mean 25. 3 values can vary, but the mean should not be changed. If the degree of freedom is 5, suppose if the degree of freedom is 5 and your values are 7, for example, when the values are 7 and or I should say when the data set is having 7 values, so the degree of freedom will be 7 minus 1. And suppose the mean is 100. So 7 minus 1 is equal to 6, and there are 7 values in the data set. So only 6 value can change while keeping the mean is equal to 100. The mean should not change. Only the values can change by keeping in mind that the mean should not change. So this is what a degree of freedom is. Now, what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is a quantity expressing by how much a member of a group differ from the mean value. What is the difference between the mean value and the actual value? The formula for t-test is equal to x bar minus mu 0 upon s divided by under root n. X bar is the sample mean, mu is the population mean, s is equal to standard deviation, and n is equal to sample size. Now this is the example with which the t-test will be clear to you. Now the example says Raju restaurant near the railway station at Falna has been having average sales of 500. That means the population mean is equal to 500. Because of the development of the bus station nearby, it expects to increase its sales. During the first 12 days, the value for the sale is given below. On the basis of sample information, can one conclude that the restaurant sales have increased? The level of significance is also mentioned, which is equal to 5%. So with this question, three things are clear: that the population mean is 500, n is equal to 12, level of significance is equal to 5%. Now what we need to do, we need to apply t-test here because the sample size is less than 30, which is equal to 12. So we will apply t-test. Here the population standard deviation is not known, and we assume that the population is normally distributed. We have assumed that. So by the 7 steps of hypothesis testing, we proceed to solve this question. Now, as I said, we frame null and alternate hypothesis on the basis of population mean, not on the basis of sample mean. So, null hypothesis is such that your population mean is equal to 500 cups per day. Since the question has said we need to calculate that whether the sales have increased or not, so it is a one tail test, and hence the alternate hypothesis is such that population mean mu is greater than 500. Since we have decided to take t-test into consideration, so this is a t-test formula. Level of significance is 5%. Degree of freedom is n minus 1, that is 12 minus 1, which is equal to 11. This is the snapshot of the solution of the question from which I have taken this is the snapshot of the book from which I have taken this question. How they have solved is they had made a table 9.4. In the second column, first is the serial number, n is equal to 12. Here it is wrongly shown, it is a misprint that n is equal to 10, n is equal to 12. xi is the 12 values, 12 different values. The summation of these values is equal to 6576. In order to calculate the mean, we use 6576 divided by 12 and we get our mean. So the third column shows xi minus x bar, that is xi individual value minus mean. So 550 minus 548, which is your mean value, we get 2. The fourth column shows the square of your third column. This value is used to find out the standard deviation of your sample. So the formula for finding out the standard deviation is given as under root of summation of xi minus x bar square upon n minus 1, which is equal to 46.68. Now putting all these values in t-test, we get the t observed value is equal to 3.558. For degree of freedom 11 and level of significance at 5%, the t critical value is 1.796. It is obtained from the t table. Since the observed value is 3.558, which is in the rejection region, as it is greater than 1.79, so we reject the null hypothesis. Clear? I think this example is pretty much clear with you all. This is the t table from which I have taken the t critical value for 5% significance level. For one tail test at degree of freedom 11, the value is 1.796. You can see in this table. This is how a t-tail test is used to find out whether to accept or reject the null hypothesis for small sample size when the population is normally distributed and the parameters of your populations are unknown. Thank you. With this, I had tried to solve a t-test and hope you all are doing good and safe at your home. Thank you so much.